DC is really starting to get things back on track with the standalone Aquaman film, making me very excited for the future of the franchise. And that's especially true because of the quick final scene in the end credits. And I'm going to break it down for you right now. If you haven't seen the movie yet, stop right now. I'm about to go into some deep spoilers. Seriously, I'm about to completely ruin the movie for you. You have been warned, don't at me. Here's some quick background. Early on in the film, we're introduced to Dr. Stephen Shin, played by Randall Park. Dr. Shin is this wacky doctor who's seen as a nutso on the surface world because he believes in Atlantis. Then, of course, there's Manta. About halfway through the film, Aquaman defeats the villain, and at that point, it looks like we're done seeing him on screen, given that he ricochets off of a cliff and plunges into the sea. Fast forward to the end credit scene, the sequence manages to give us a little extra closure and also sets up for the next Aquaman film. Well, assuming a sequel happens. First, we see Black Manta in his completely destroyed suit, barely holding on to life, floating on a board in the middle of the ocean. A group of local fishermen find him, including Dr. Randall Shin, and the shot cuts back to Black Manta all bandaged up in Dr. Shin's house. Manta comes to, sees Dr. Shin trying to fix his broken helmet, and says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Laser beams shoot out of the helmet and burn a hole through his roof. Dr. Shin then says something along the lines of, "This is Atlantean technology, isn't it? You have to tell me how you got it." Then Manta makes a deal with him. He says he'll tell him what he wants to know if he helps him find Aquaman. He then chucks that special knife that his dad gave him into a newspaper clipping of Aquaman. In the comics, Dr. Shin is an expert on all things Atlantis. Over time, Aquaman and Mera use him as a resource. In fact, Shin is a friend of both young Arthur Curry and his father Tom, which is an element that didn't make its way into the film. The movie doesn't really establish that relationship at all. Randall Park doesn't even share any scenes with Jason Momoa. But Aquaman 2 could show some scenes of young Arthur and young Steven. That would create the link that we never saw in this film and explain why Dr. Shin was obsessed with Atlantean technology. In the comics, the more that Aquaman kept Dr. Shin from learning about Atlantis, the more he looked for assistance. Unfortunately, this sometimes included getting help from Black Manta. Stephen Shin is not a clear-cut ally for Aquaman and Mera in the on-page DC world. And if Aquaman 2 gets the green light, it looks like Shin will be acting more as an antagonist instead of a friend. At least, that's what it looks like from this end credit scene. So what do you think it all means? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe to CinemaBlend for more videos just like this one.